All right, time now to check in with Dr. John Hayes, the doctor in the house every Thursday at this time. For a better experience at the doctor's office, try Dr. John Hayes' new highly personalized and affordable direct primary care practice. Find out more at drjohnhayesjr.com, drjohnhayesjr.com. Dr. John Hayes, good morning.
Hey, Rob, good morning.
Great to see you. Here we are, another week.
Yes.
And the topic, exercise during the summer.
Yes, exercise for sure. But before we talk about that, congrats to you and Audrey on your award.
Oh.
That's phenomenal.
Oh, thank
so
you.
proud of you guys. You do such a great job.
Well, thank you so much. As I said, people said, it's a good back-to-back lineup.
Absolutely.
You know,
not even
bad.
a question.
So, thank you.
Yeah, of course.
South Shore Home Life and Style magazine. Check it out.
Yeah,
thank you,
sure.
Dr. Hayes.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right, so let's see. We are going to talk about, I guess, when it comes to exercise, of course, there are different times of the year when we're doing exercise. Maybe that means part of our routine needs to change or be altered. So what does exercise during the summer mean?
That's a great takeaway. So this article, of course, is on our blog, as are most of the shows that we do together. But one of the biggest takeaways when we looked at this particular month and points we wanted to get across for people is that I don't think we stress enough, especially in this modern society, how important natural light is, especially natural light exposure first thing in the morning. We spoke about this a little bit in the winter, but one of the things that we obviously have more of this time of year is longer days, generally more outside time, and obviously because of the longer days we tend to have much more morning sunlight. But one of the biggest takeaways is I tell patients all the time, especially to help with anxiety, depression, etc., getting morning sunlight exposure is crucial. First thing in the morning upon arising, get in an east-facing window, doorway, room, whatever you have. It does make a big difference. It helps to change hormones in the body. Long story short, it improves brain chemistry and actually sets us up for having a much better day.
Really?
Yes, absolutely. So it's one of the things that I like to emphasize to patients all the time. Again, it's something we don't talk about as much as we should, but that's really one of the biggest takeaways. And I tell people now, so you're feeling better in the summer, and this is a very common scenario with many illnesses. Patients generally feel better with the longer days, lighter days, brighter days, etc.
My skin clears up a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Getting more sun.
For sure. But we can help our overall health by getting sunlight exposure first thing in the morning. Even on a cloudy day, just getting natural light exposure is huge.
Yeah. No, it really is. So I think, well, first of all, I think it's going to be modern life. We tend to not spend as much time outdoors.
Correct.
And then the other thing is, and it's a good thing, but I think I always wondered when we heard so much about sun bad, that people maybe overdid it, like didn't get any sun, because you need to get a little natural light. Is that correct?
No, absolutely. There's no question.
Yeah.
No question at all. I mean, so the most dangerous times for sunlight, historically, especially on a bright day, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Okay,
usually.
that angle.
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly. That's when it tends to be more dangerous, and that's when we should be using some type of sunscreen.
Yep, be sure you check.
Which you can talk about that for sure. But yeah, I mean, it does make a big difference. It's actually critical to physical and emotional health. And I can't tell you how many times I've shared this information with patients that haven't done it, and it literally will change their lives. It's that simple.
Okay. All right. So, again, important to remember to get that natural sunlight, which is great. So, as you say, that is a good part of for your body health. And then you talk about summer exercise with improving mood and mental health, which is important. Yeah, that's what all these things do, right, for improved mood and mental health.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're all cumulative. They help our physical health because we're obviously more physically active. They help our mood because we're outside. We tend to be engaging more with nature, more engaging with people. And all of those things have very significant benefits on our health on so many different levels.
All right. So what about physical fitness? And, I mean, it's been very muggy and hot. I've seen some people posting, I'm going out for a run and I want to beat the heat. And I guess maybe it's fun to challenge, but I got to imagine that could be causing some issues.
It does cause issues, and one of the things we need to be aware of, especially in a high humidity like this, is that when we perspire, the perspiration doesn't evaporate readily, so we tend to sweat more profusely, and our body temperature can increase more than usual without us even noticing it. So if you're training, especially if you're training hard, you do have to watch carefully for electrolytes. And it doesn't mean electrolyte drinks, but preferably electrolytes from your food food. Potassium in particular, bananas, oranges, healthy fruits is a really, really great way to start your day. Your extreme caution with energy drinks and that type of thing, which we're not a fan of.
Yeah.
So you want to just be careful with that for sure.
All right, and let's see here. What else do we want to touch upon here? Where should we go next? Because there's a bunch of different subtopics here.
I think the big thing, if you look at the whole picture, Rob, is that being more active overall does help with weight management. It helps with our metabolism. If we have metabolic issues, such as diabetes, prediabetes, etc., increasing physical activity can be extremely helpful, and it does make a big, big difference. But again, you have to use caution. If you have heart disease, if you have high blood pressure, kidney issues especially, you need to follow the instructions that your doctor provides you with regard to exercise, and just be smart and be careful.
Yeah, this is great advice, and as always, stay hydrated. As Dr. John Hayes has talked about, steering away from some of those drinks where you think that that is going to help you, where in many cases it may not. And so nice water, as you said, in your own glass or steel bottle
exactly.
is the best way to go.
Absolutely.
And just I guess pay attention to the signs that your body is trying to tell you. Sometimes, I mean, we all can get overheated, but it still surprises me. You'll have. And you must see that as well, heat exhaustion, where people, sometimes there was a sign, but they just tried to push through.
Yeah, and it's dangerous.
Yeah.
Just don't ignore it. This time of year, if you do exercise outside, try not to be doing it in the bright sunlight. You get out earlier or later in the day.
Yeah.
Whatever's best for you.
I'm guilty of that when it comes to mowing the lawn. Sometimes I'm going to say I'm going to do both the front and the back.
Right.
Or something.
Exactly.
You want to take a break, and I'm like, well, I want to get it done.
Sure. No, just be smart about it is the biggest thing. And just recognize all the benefits that it has. There's so many benefits from being outside, but exercising and keeping our bodies moving and active is really, really key.
Dr. John Hayes' practice is located in Marshfield, and people can reach out. By the way, as we mentioned, the blog's available on his website, drjohnhayesjr.com, drjohnhayesjr.com. And you can also call or text his office. I'll give you that number, 781-659-7989, 781-659-7989. Dr. John Hayes is with us every Thursday at this time on WATD with our Living and Practicing by Design segment. Well, Dr. Hayes, have a great week.
You too, Rob. Thanks so much.
I will be off next week. I wanted to make sure I tell you, but Larry will be in.
Okay, nice. Awesome.
So you get
Look
to hang
forward
out
to
with,
it.
Mr. Larry Nelson.
All right.
Dr. John Hayes, thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, Rob. Take care.